Maybe my mom took Tylenol.
Welcome back to Almost Eye to Eye. Today we're going to be doing a bracket for the first time on this channel, and that bracket is going to be the best albums of the 2020s. And we're very happy to be joined by a very special guest, pre-education major, pre-music education major, Ryan Kramer.
What's good? Yes, I'm pre-music education, but technically I'm a music education major, which means that my takes are objectively correct because I'm studying music. And viewers, hello. If you disagree with my takes, please comment down below, and I will personally debate you through the comments using one of their channel. Who owns the channel?
It's co-owned.
Well, yeah, but like
both had access to it.
okay then.
And
Yeah.
and Ryan is a master debater, so
Yes.
he
Yes.
will debate you.
Yes, I had that moniker in high school.
All right, so David, do you want to explain how we did the seating for this
I
bracket?
do. So we went to Album of the Year, beautiful website, and we looked at the top user scores of the 2020s, and we picked the top 30 albums of those, and then the other two spots we filled with other albums, you'll see.
Yes.
And so, well, we didn't just do the top 30 because there were albums that were in other languages
Yes.
that, although probably still good, we felt like we wouldn't be suited to appreciate them as well as the others. So,
Yeah, we did limit it mostly to albums that we're familiar with, at least for the most part, but we did have to do some studying for this.
Yes. Yeah.
Hours went into studying for this video, so
That is true.
pretty big deal. We're ready to get into our first matchup here. Our 1 seed against our 32 seed. We have Ants from Up There by Black Country New Road against Genre Sad Boy by Trippie Redd and Machine Gun Kelly.
okay, so Logan, do you want to talk about Ants?
All right. These are two masterpieces. It's hard to compare these to each other. Ants from Up There is tied for my favorite album of all time. Absolutely love Ants. Isaac Wood's vocals on it are incredible. All the instrumentation's great. I'll say my favorite member musically, probably Lewis Evans. Lewis Evans is great. This album is devastating at times, pretty at others. Really just one of my favorite albums of all time.
And I would say, okay, so to come to defense for Genre Sad Boy,
Yeah, let's hear this.
okay, I would say it doesn't make you think as much. It literally tells you the genre in the title.
It's true. What
Ants
genre
is-
is Ants?
It's
I
confusing.
don't know.
Exactly. You can't really even.
Post-rock?
Yeah, that's stupid. That's dumb. MGK, I'd say vocally he does a better job than Isaac Woods.
Yeah.
I'd say, Trippie Redd adds a lot.
He
You know,
does. Yeah.
just really one of those like cloud rap icons
Yeah.
that really has transitioned to a good career after that. And for all those reasons, I'm gonna pick Ants from Up There.
Ryan, what's your take?
There's
here?
one thing I want to add. So the best part of Ants from Up There that everyone talks about is how sad it makes you,
Yep.
and how like much the songs make you cry. Like the place where he inserted the blade, tears streaming down my face. Like Basketball Shoes also.
Tears
But-
down my thigh when I listen
Yeah,
to
it's
this.
like when I look at David. But like, so what? All this to say, what is sadder than just a regular sad song? A whole genre of sad music.
Yeah.
Genre sad boy, which is why I'm also going Ants from Up There.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go Ants from Up There too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna vote Genre Sad Boy for this
Wow, there
one.
we go.
Wow.
Oh, you're being brave.
Ants from Up There is gonna unfortunately move on, so that's gonna be fine. We're gonna get Ants from Up There into the next round, and then we're gonna get into our second matchup. And David, do you want to introduce this matchup for us?
Sure. So this is Melt My Eyes, See You Future by Denzel Curry and Circles by Mac Miller. So two rap albums, which I think are easier to compare, I would say.
For sure, definitely a better comparison than Ants from Up There and Genre Sad Boy.
I think Genre sad boy washes both of them though, if it made it on.
Yeah, if it would have made on, I think it would have done better. What I'll say about Melt My Eyes, not my favorite Denzel Curry album. Didn't really do it for me. I think he's better when he's doing the whole, King of the Mischievous South thing. And then Circles, I think, does a better job at invoking emotion, at, doing the rap. I like Circles.
I think that it's like pretty widely accepted that Circles is one of the best, if not the best, posthumous albums of all time.
Yeah.
It's fair to say.
I really like it. I really enjoy it. But Melt My Eyes, See Your
Oh,
Future.
whoa. Bad Vibes Forever. You forgot about that.
How can I forget about Bad Vibes
The
Forever?
party never ends. Like, come on.
Have you ever heard what's the one where he's singing over the guitar? X Bitch.
I love that song.
I-
Unironically, I really like that song.
The recent Cardi sounds like a posthumous album. whatever you call it.
Yeah, because just the way it's just
It-
sloppily
it's
thrown
just-
together.
Oh, dude. And then Sorry for the Wait. Like, the song 2024 was released in 2025. Is that the. Yes, it was.
On the streaming, not in the
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that counts. So, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future is one of my favorite rap albums of the decade. I think that it has multiple perfect songs on it, and it does it for me on a level that Circles doesn't. So that's why my pick is going to go to Melt My Eyes.
I'm pretty handily gonna go Circles here. And then Ryan, it's all up to you.
It's all up to you.
That's why
So-
you're here.
I really like both of these albums, to be honest. Starting off with Melt My Eyes, the first half of this album is incredible. The first couple songs, just honestly amazing. Denzel Curry I think he's pretty underrated as far as rappers go, especially in the current day and age. But Circles is just slightly over the edge for me. I feel like Melt My Eyes, See Your Future kind of falls a little apart in the second half for me. I don't like as poppy as he gets in the second half, but I see why some people appreciate it. But
And he does have a
Circles-
song with T-Pain on there. And I
That's
feel
true.
like that's probably what you're talking about.
The
is
T-Pain
Troubles.
feature is pretty good, but Circles. I mean, I'm not afraid to say it, that album has genuinely made me cry and made me sadder than Genre Sad Boy, which is a
Whoa.
hot.
That's ridiculous,
I know,
dude. Come
but-
on.
The opening track, Hand Me Downs, Good News, So It Goes. There's a good cover on there too. I forget what the cover song is called, but it's a good one. All I can say is, handily the best posthumous album of all time, I would say.
Right, so that's going to move Circles on to the second round for us. And then we're going to get into our next matchup. This is a matchup that we're sad to see in the first round,
Yeah.
but that's going to be Scaring the Hose by JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown against Frailty by Jane Remover.
I think this is the best Jane Remover has ever been. And I think it will be the best that Jane will ever be. Just the way that her music is trending. This
There.
album is just what
There. He's not like that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Oh.
dude.
What? Just take a breather. Take a breather. It's okay. Take a breather.
I don't even know how to use pronouns. How am I supposed to know how to count? So, Frailty, I think, is the best that Jane has done, and I think the best that they will do, just based in where the music is trending. Not a huge fan of Revenge Seekers. I like this more. I'd say this one is more hyper poppy than shoegazy, but still a lot of those shoegaze elements. Like, there's days where I wake up and I think that Frailty is like my favorite album of all time. And then I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, it might be. Yeah, I'm Scaring the Hose, great. JPEG, awesome. Danny Brown, cool. I don't think JPEG's best of this decade.
And I agree with you that it's not JPEG's best of the decade, but for me, this Scaring the Hose absolutely walks Frailty for me. I don't think that Frailty is Jane Remover's best work. I really, really, really prefer Revenge Seekers, but I don't want to discount Frailty because I do think that it's a great album. But Scaring the Hose has done so much for my music taste personally that even if I don't like it as much as I Lay Down My Life for You, I think that it's the more deserving album to be on this bracket, and it's going to move on for me.
I'm handily going with Frailty here.
So again, down to a tiebreaker.
Okay, so Frailty is a weird one for me. I'll say it right off the bat. I much prefer Revenge Seekers. Frailty, my favorite song is Movies for Guys, but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really digging the album as much as I thought I would. I think it's a little too blasé, and a little too laid back when I would appreciate with that genre more
In your face.
and yeah, in my face, a little more energetic. I feel like
So you want energetic, in your face shoegaze? Is what I'm getting.
I mean, I feel like some good shoegaze can be pretty noisy.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd argue that album is very noisy though.
I didn't see it. I didn't see in that album. I didn't see what sets Jane apart from the rest. That as much as I do in Revenge Seekers, and you know, I can't compare it to AJR, but definitely the album wasn't my favorite from Jane, and I wasn't crazy about the more softer hits like Buzzcut Daisy, to be honest. But Scaring the Hose is just fun, and Call Me the Hose, because rightfully I was very scared of that album for a while, because it's in the title.
It did have to grow on you.
It did
'cause I
have to grow-
remember at first you
initially
did
I
not
wasn't
care for
crazy
it.
about it, but I disagree. I think it's JPEG's best of the decade, just in production style alone. And the Danny Brown just kind of elevates it to this level of fun unseriousness that is it's just a joy. So I'm going with Scaring the Hose.
Right, and I absolutely agree. So that means that Scaring the Hose is going to be moving on, and unfortunately, Frailty is going to be getting out in the
It's
first
like
round.
a 9 out of 10 versus like a 6 out of 10 album.
Okay, and for me, it's a 9 out of 10 against like a high 7 to a
It's
low
just
8.
It's just. And I'd say this is like a 10 versus like a 9.
So I
I'm
mean,
not that mad. at
so
Scaring the
really,
Hose.
it's okay that Scaring the Hose is moving on.
I like
for
Scaring
you.
the Hose a lot.
And you
It's-
know, who knows? Scaring the Hose could move on another, and I think that's a pretty likely scenario. So now we're going to get into our next round, and this is going to be an interesting
A
matchup.
weird one.
But we have An Evening with Silk Sonic by Silk Sonic against The New Sound by Jordy Greep. David just listened to The New Sound twice recently, so I want to get your opinions on it first.
Yeah, so first time I listened to it, I thought I really was not feeling it. I thought his voice was weird. Lyrically, it's kind of a mess. And I just kind of thought, like, you see all those albums all the time. They're at the top of the charts. You listen to them. There's a few like that on here that I'm like, yeah, like, that's not. People don't think this. They just think what the critics think, And then I listened to it again yesterday because, I want to like music. I go into every album wanting to like it. And I think with, like, the second time I did appreciate it a little bit more. And yeah, I thought that I liked the trumpets on Terra, is it?
Terra, yeah.
I thought that one was good. Holy Holy, I thought was a funny one. Lyrically, I still don't think it's great. And like his voice
Is it the prostitution?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
the lyrical elements that are really getting to you?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
understand.
And then his voice is still weird, like, but it can be weird good instead of weird bad. I think so. Yeah.
And that's interesting. Ryan, what do you think about this, specifically The New Sound?
Well, I just want to say right off the bat, me and David, we fundamentally disagree in how we approach music. I go into music wanting to hate it. I need it to prove to me why it should exist. And The New Sound definitely proved to me why it should exist. The vocals are, while I've heard that style before, just the passion, even the weird lyrics, I love his voice. I don't think the album would be the same without his voice. I feel like it would be downgraded if it was just Bruno Mars singing, which we'll get into it. And the production just complements it perfectly. It's also really erratic. I love all the different sounds. It's an album I haven't really heard something exactly like it before. So it definitely proved to me why it should exist.
Yeah, The New Sound lives up to its name.
It's The New Sound.
It really feels like something new, something I haven't heard before. But I also do want to give credit to An Evening with Silk Sonic. I
Yeah.
think that An Evening with Silk Sonic is a great album. And I love Bruno Mars. I love Anderson .Paak. So what do you guys think about Anything with Silk Sonic?
It's awesome. Bruno Mars is cool as hell. He's got a cool voice. I'm easily picking that still.
And Brian?
Silk Sonic is pretty good. I feel like if you love Silk Sonic, then I would hope that you love its influences more, because I feel it really wears its influences on its chest. So R&B and soul are very present in that album, and it some of the songs blend together. I feel like Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak established a really good formula to follow in that album, but it was a little bit of copy and paste of previous hits, I would say. So while it's definitely good, it's very good. I won't take that away from it. I'm going the new sound.
I'm also going the new sound,
And that makes me slightly less mad than it would have like 2 days ago.
and that's okay. So the new sound is going to be moving on to the next round, and Evening with Silk Sonic is going to be eliminated.
I remember this is all objectively correct
Yeah, very good.
because I've agreed with all of these so far.
And democracy.
No.
Democracy is the real reason. And so next, our matchup is going to be Vanisher Horizon Scraper by Quedeca versus Wall Socket by Underscores.
First thing I want to say, Ryan, did you listen to Wall
No,
Socket?
I have not.
What
I
the
knew.
hell, man?
Hey.
Come on.
It was a whole lot of work to
Come
listen to
on.
what, 32 albums?
You already heard a lot of them.
Anyways,
Oh my.
I already knew what I was gonna pick. Spoiler alert, it's Vanisher. I'll get to it later. I like the album cover of Wall Socket, just to throw a bone
That's
out
the only
there.
thing you know about it.
Just to throw a bone out there
Who
to
made
the
that album? Who made that album?
Wall Socket.
Oh, God.
Subtitled.
Oh.
Just to throw a bone out there to the Wall Socket fans, full transparency, didn't listen, probably won't listen.
I don't think you should be able to vote on this one. We need to bring somebody in that knows what they're talking about.
I know what I'm
I
talking
know what I'm
about,
talking
and I'm
about.
voting against it.
I'm a music major, so I'm objectively right. Argue with me in the comments. I will respond. I will debate you until you lose.
How can you debate an album you haven't heard?
Because I already know.
Okay.
Okay, David.
Continue your rant about Vanisher at least.
Vanisher's beautiful. Man, that album, similarly to the new sound, really proved to me why it should exist. It's this beautiful sprawling collage of just sounds that really work in this beautiful way. It honestly, there's a lot I could say about this album. Let me pull up the track list very quickly, because
Unbelievable.
it's so
This is
beautiful.
unbelievable.
No questions asked. Beautiful intro. Godstand is wonderful. I'm not crazy about Waging War, but that's my only critique. Monday is just this really good. I want to say it's a 3/4 ballad. I could be correct or wrong. I don't remember. Either way, what I say is right. Obviously. I have to say Thunder and the Great Bakanawa is incredible.
I
It's
can't
incredible.
wait. I'm seeing Quedeca live in
Dude,
October.
that's gonna be so cool.
Thunder. The
That's gonna be
mosh
so
to Thunder is
cool.
just gonna be great. But it's gonna stink probably. just knowing
Yeah.
Quedeca fans, that mosh is gonna. Oh,
Foregone might be one of the most beautiful songs I've heard in the last 5 years. I love it.
and I think
just
I think it's Quedeca's best
it's
song.
so moving. And then the ending just fills you with just this incredible journey of just like overwhelming dread and terror. And it's a little loop that only dumb people don't like the fact that it starts in the middle of the album, apparently. I will debate you, Fantano, if you comment on this video.
I think
Love this album.
Fantano's criticism was that it starts with the ending. Which-
dumb. Respectfully, you're bald. And-
Respectfully, I think someone has been talking a lot less in this segment of the video, and I'd like to
Okay,
get some
I'm done.
perspective.
This is my spiel done.
I'd like to get some
Vanisher's
perspective.
fine.
Go
It's
get him,
nothing
big boy.
special. Wall Socket's awesome. It's this concept album about growing up in a small town and all the stuff that kind of comes with that, but touching on some very serious themes. It's awesome. What issues do you have with Wall Socket, Ryan? Why aren't you picking it? Is it because you didn't listen to all the albums on the bracket?
I figured that Wall Socket I wasn't crazy about the soundscape that it introduced you to. I think it, again, similarly to Silk Sonic, really wears its
Name the
influences.
artist. Name the artist.
I don't remember. Anyway, it really wears its influence on its chest, but
What influence? Name the influence.
Jane Remover, I would say definitely was a big influence
Jane
to
Remover's
this album.
featured on the album.
Yes, so it really wears it on its sleeve, and I think it's just kind of
It
ripping.
really wears it on its face when you think
yes,
about
yes,
it.
like, and it's kind of just ripping off what came before it, and so I'm really not. I don't see the value that group adds to.
It's
that.
one person.
I don't see the value that one person adds to the soundscape of that genre of pop, and so yeah, that's my take.
Okay, I listened to Wall Socket, and I really like it. I think it's a great album. I think it's really well made. I'm just gonna while those two are duking it out, I'm just gonna tell you, I really, really like Wall Socket. I think it's great. My favorite songs are Locals, Cops and Robbers, and
That's a
Johnny
good
Johnny
one.
Johnny. Johnny 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 is my favorite song on the album,
It's good.
and I'll always sing my heart out to that song. I don't care what it's about or what the lyrics are. Wholeheartedly, I'm choosing Vanisher. Foregone is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Beautiful.
At a time like this, one of my favorite songs of all time, Godstained, Monday. This album introduced me to Maruja. Really loved their album this year. Vanisher is going to move on for us.
Maybe Foregone is 6'8". I don't remember.
This pretentious dude.
I think
What
it's-
matters is that Vanisher is moving on.
Don't. Oh, sorry. Monday is 6'8", not Foregone. Don't you give up on Monday. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Again, a take I fully agree with. So, right now I'm what, 5 for 5. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, so far Ryan's opinion
Get ready to
has.
lose. Get ready to lose.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go down swinging on this next round.
Nurture by Porter Robinson versus what's the full name of the Big Thief album?
Dragon New War Mountain, I believe in you.
There
Yeah.
we go, Dragon Noir Mountain, I believe in
this
you.
was my first time listening to this Big Thief album,
And
I
mine too.
loved it. It is amazing. I love that album so much.
It was great.
Adrian Lenker, I've heard of her a lot. You know, she came out with an
Big.
album last year that was big. She does awesome on this album. It's so cool.
Listen,
not
we have both listened to Nurture years ago,
Yeah.
and it's your favorite album of all time.
Easily.
It is a 10 for me. It's a genuine 10 for me. And we both really like the Big Thief album,
Yeah.
but I don't think
So good.
anything could distract from how much we love Nurture.
I would
I
also
mean-
say, this is a matchup that I knew I was going to pick one of the albums, but I listened to the other one and I got a positive experience out of
Well,
that.
okay, I did what I could with the time I had.
We could have waited if you hadn't heard all of them.
No.
So what's
There
your
was not a hard deadline.
No, there's a hard deadline.
so what's your opinion on Nurture? Because I'd really just love to hear what Ryan has to say.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, really, just
You know what? Crucify me. I don't really
Don't
like
worry.
Nurture. Please crucify me. I don't like Nurture much. And I'll get into the reasons why. I don't think Porter Robinson is that special of a vocalist and doesn't really add
That's fair.
anything
I agree.
technically to the album that couldn't be done by other singers of his caliber. I'm not crazy about the production. I think it's definitely fine. It services the song. I think it really dilutes the song in some ways. And I would go so far to say, as the production in some cases kind of sounds like AJR to me. And I hate AJR. I despise AJR. If you're an AJR fan, I'll debate you in the comments. But
That's not a hot take.
Yeah.
That everyone hates AJR. That's the whole
They
thing.
have like 45 million.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They have a good size though. Anyway, I just don't see the appeal of the album.
You feel that it's awesome, okay?
And you know what? Have your
beautiful.
opinion. I'll debate you, because I'm right objectively. But it's just it. It didn't live up to any of the expectations I had going into it. I'm not really crazy about the whole hunky-dory positivity of the album. You know, look at the sky. Oh, and I will say Nurture is one of those albums that I think Trolls could like perfectly recreate. In the worst way possible. In the worst way possible.
Okay.
So
and now you're cut off.
good
Yeah,
6
yeah,
out of
shut
10.
up,
Good
shut up,
6 out of
shut
10.
up.
Cut off from your head.
Nurture moves on.
I'm not interested.
I have to talk about Big Thief.
Nurture moves on.
Big Thief, beautiful, fantastic.
Awesome
Every
album.
song's a
Love it
banger.
so much. I love it
Very
so
good.
much.
In a perfect world, it would steamroll Nurture. But you know,
Do we live in a perfect world where everybody listens to all the brackets, though? Do we? Do we?
anyway, I listen to both of these albums.
And-
so my
and-
opinion is objectively right.
And that is okay because regardless, democracy wins
Yep,
and nurture
nurture.
moves on to the next round.
I'm 5 for 6 now, gang.
Yeah.
Defend me in the comments, please. All 5 people, please defend me in the comments. Hopefully.
All right. Now we're going to get into our next matchup, and that is going to be Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers versus Lahai.
Did
by
you
Sum.
listen to this one?
Yes, I listened to Punisher.
Hey!
And you enjoyed Punisher.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
You listened to the album this time. Good job.
I enjoy Punisher. I think it's pretty good.
I think it does have like a 2 or 3 song lull. At
Yeah,
the
and I agree with you.
end of it.
But I do think that it's really good, and it surprised me a lot. It didn't end
Yeah.
up being what I thought it was
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be. With that said, I really, really love Lahai, especially the beginning of the track list. The first intro track is just like, it's perfect. Dancing Circles, incredible. And then Jonathan L. Siegel, maybe the best song on the album. All 3 of those songs are just like absolutely perfect. Love them so much.
And I would say with Lahai, like, it's like, it's like one 4 out of 10 song that's played 13 times in a row. Like Sanford's voice is cool, I guess. It does nothing for me. Punisher's awesome. I love Phoebe Bridgers. It moves on easily for me. And I know it's not gonna, but still.
Lahai is beautiful. The peaks. Now, I have my criticisms. I feel like it definitely loses its luster by the end of the track list. But the
See, it blends
peaks,
together.
the peaks of Lahai are just like stunning, beautiful. Like it feels like I'm floating in the wind when I listen to Stereo Color Sound or Spirit
Yes.
2.0.
Yes. Stereo colors.
Those songs are just absolutely phenomenal. The production is just so like, it's so light. It like, I don't know, it captures like the album cover in the sky. It's just beautiful. It's so light and airy. I love the little piano. I love his voice. Sampha's voice is incredible. So yeah, Lahai is like, proves its existence to me. Really enjoy it.
Yeah, and so that means that Lahai is going to make it into the second round of the bracket.
Sad.
Punisher is pretty good too. Not as good, but pretty good.
Say my favorite songs on there are Kyoto and The End Is Near.
You would.
So
I like DVD menu.
next one.
The DVD menu, like,
It's like a
Just an
30
interlude.
It's like a minute long
Yeah.
like instrumental.
see, I know it. It's all up here.
So I want to thank you guys for watching / listening to this point. I know there have been some egregious takes from both of these two.
I've been
I've
correct.
been pretty much on the money
I've
the
been
whole
correct
time.
objectively. Remember who's
Um,
the music major?
Free music
I've-
and major. You're not even a real music performance major.
Not
But
yet.
listen,
Ooh.
This
Don't talk
guy
about
put in a load of
performance.
laundry like 35 minutes ago, and so he's got to go change it. So he's going to go change his laundry in a second. So
I'm
we're
gonna
going to
try
take.
to cool off a little bit.
He's going to cool off. And right now, I just want to thank everyone for watching. I'm going to remind you to please hit that sub button. And just a reminder,
Please.
if this video gets 25 likes, I will chug the expired coffee drink that I got at the liquidation store. Just for reference, it's about 6 months expired. I'll chug it on camera in the video following whatever gets 25 likes. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll be right back. All right, so now we're going to get back into our bracket. David got pretty worked up, but he sat in his chair and he listened to, what'd you listen to? Bad Vibes Forever.
Yep.
You listened to some My
MGK,
Ex's Best
yep,
Friend.
Yep, yep.
And then what was that third one? Oh, you played Respect My Crippin'?
Yep, by Blueface.
Blueface,
It's a good
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do
I don't know
that.
about- I don't know about that one.
All right, so we're just gonna get back into the bracket, and we're gonna lift David's mood a little bit with this next round.
Should I say?
It's gonna be
What?
the turning wheel
By spelling.
by spelling against Sometimes I Might Be Introvert,
Yep.
Simbi
Simbi.
by Little Sims.
Yeah.
Ryan, let's hear what you have to say, as you have a mouthful of pretzel.
Yeah.
The Turning Wheel is almost hands down my favorite and objectively best album of this decade. Spelling's voice is beautiful. It's magical. It perfectly fits. The production on that album is phenomenal. Live orchestration, live instruments, and then just this beautiful arrangement of sounds and soundscapes that pull from all different genres. Like the opening track, Little Deer, beautiful.
I really like Little.
That it's really good. That's just such a good song. And then like another one, like The Turning Wheel, like that pulls heavily from folk, I would say. And then I Live in the Future, I believe, is another just phenomenal track. The Boys at School. Oh, cinematic. It's beautiful. Boys at School. If I were to pick a genre, it probably leans a little bit onto ambient, a little bit, just like a little bit, I would say. With the background, like instrumentation. Yeah, art pop. There you go. Ambient art pop.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
It's clearly pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty pop.
I mean, I called spelling in our last video an art pop mother.
You did.
And when I say ambient, just a little bit. The instrumentation isn't as forward as it is in some other songs, and it's more in the background to just her phenomenal vocalist. But all of that, just to say, The Turning Wheel is the most magical, memorable, and beautiful album of the decade so far. And spelling only makes good albums. And sometimes I Might Be Introvert. Very good album. Incredible album. Even it doesn't compare for me.
Like, my thing with spelling is spelling doesn't do anything that I wouldn't just go to FKA Twigs or Caroline Polachek or Magdalena Bay for. It felt good to me. It felt all right. I did enjoy it, but it didn't scratch an itch for me. Like it really just didn't do it.
Yeah, I remember listening to so both of these albums I listened to for the first time in the past week and a half or so. And Simbi I thought was awesome, I think that album's really good. But when I listened to The Turning Wheel, I listened to the first song and I liked it. And I was like, okay, this album,
Oh, that's such a good song.
I was excited because I was like, this album sounds like it could be good. And then I just don't think it ever got back to that point.
Yeah,
And-
unfortunately. And I mean,
There were moments on other songs where I was like, oh, is it gonna be good again? And then it just
Boys at School?
yeah.
look,
Yeah.
but let's talk about Sometimes I Might Be Introvert,
Awesome.
because
Very good album.
it is
Very good.
genuinely one of the best albums of the decade. I mean, it's on this list for a reason, but I mean, I don't even know if I can pick out a favorite song on it. Whether it be I Love You, I Hate You, Little Q Part 2. I mean,
Which not the best song with that name. I love you, I hate you.
I love you.
I
I
think about
hate
time
you.
I had red, just a little bit upon a bed.
We're moving on. Continue.
yeah, so that Simbi's gonna
Yeah,
win this
Simbi.
matchup.
I have to say, Simbi's very good. I'm not too upset, but fundamentally disagree in every single way possible. Little Sims, very good. Have a couple critiques in though.
This next one, which is
Okay. And so next, we're going to get into a matchup that was pretty difficult for me, just because
Really?
one of these albums I
Very
have a
difficult.
personal connection
we
to.
both do, yeah.
And this matchup is going to be the Forever Story by Jid against Two Star and the Dream Police by McGee.
Yeah.
So I think before we talk about anything else, we have to talk about why this McGee album is so special.
Yeah. So me and Logan and our friend Meg, who's not with us here.
Shout out Meg.
R.I.P.
He is still alive.
He is still with
Oh,
us.
And
yeah.
so we had
but nearly.
Yeah, so we had a field trip to the Cleveland Museum of Art. This was on a school night, weirdly.
And we had to drive ourselves to this field
We
trip
did.
also.
We did. This was at night. It was. I think we met there at what, 6?
Yeah,
5 or 6?
and we didn't get back until after 11.
Yeah.
Also conveniently, the same night as a snowstorm.
Giant snowstorm. Worst snowstorm I've ever driven in, living in Northeast Ohio for the entire time that I've been able to drive. So, yeah, and so we were at a Pinecrest Bibby Bop,
Yep,
and it started snowing very, very hard.
it
And
did.
we got very worried.
And so what did we do? What did we put on the radio?
The McGee.
2-Star in the Dream
Yeah.
Police by McGee.
And then we're driving. Things are going, kind of smoothly up until that point.
Yeah, I mean, only hit like 2-3 curbs.
Okay, I
One
hit
close
curb. I
accident.
hit one curb.
One close
Oh, that
accident.
was really close.
One close
That was really
accident.
close.
Yeah. I was like, break.
Yeah.
But-
and then the brakes kind of caught, so I had to honk so the person would drive.
But they
Yeah.
did. They did
did,
so
they did.
good.
They did so good.
Yeah.
And then there's this big hill, and there's a car stop in the right lane.
And so we
and we
decide
see a car in front of us go around it so easily.
yep, into the left lane.
So
mind you.
easily. Yep, left lane, go across, nice and easy. We're like, okay, we'll do that. So we're driving.
What you neglected to
Things are going good.
What you neglected to include is that the tires were absolutely shot on the car
Yes,
you're driving.
I did not know that at the point. It's not the car that I normally drive. I drove it that night because I was like, oh, if it gets snowy, this will be good, right? And it was not. So we wound up, we get to the hill, there's the parked car. We go around it to the left, and then, oh crap, tires are spinning, but we're not going anywhere. And so we get stuck in the left lane, and
But
there's a hill, so there's oncoming traffic.
But it's okay because no cars come for a while, which is really nice.
And we're kind of in the middle, so cars could go around us.
Yeah. Until
Yeah.
we see headlights.
Yes.
And these don't look like car headlights.
No.
These look like big bus truck
Yeah.
headlights. And
Giant bus.
and this whole time I'm just over there McGeeing.
Yeah.
Are you looking up? Are you asking why?
Yeah.
And then this bus comes head on at
Yeah.
us.
And so we frantically get out of the car,
I run around to the driver's side,
honk the horn.
which really did. I thought it added to the album. I think the album might have been a little better if it had some honks in there.
Some random honks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then we by that point we had already called 911.
Yes, that
I
is
believe.
true. We did call
And
that.
so amazing. He was the chief of police, I
The
believe.
chief of police of Moreland Hills.
Yes, of Moreland Hills. Shout out. Maybe saved our lives. He guided our car, had us put it into neutral, turn off the traction control, and he pushed the car
It was impressive work.
into a neighborhood so that we could wait and get picked up.
So really, shout out to the chief of police of
yeah,
Moreland Hills.
that was I don't
You
know how
are
he did that. That was
incredible.
insane.
Yeah.
that was insane.
But that's the story of our listening experience together of 2-Star and the Dream
Yeah,
Police.
yeah.
And it's a good album.
Very good.
It's a
So
fun
good.
album, and I really like it.
I think we're gonna look back on this album and be like, yeah, we should have known then that McGee was gonna be this amazing musician.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna what are historic debuts? Channel Orange, Pure Heroin. It's gonna be in that
On
category.
that level.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'd love to hear that. Since we, gave a big spiel there, I want to give a second to Ryan to voice his opinion on this matchup.
I see how you guys love the McGee album, and I thought it was pretty good. I can't even lie. But I think I'd understand if you pick it over Forever Story because that personal connection. But the Forever Story is just a different breed, man. And I say that as the palest white cis man you will ever meet. The Forever Story is just incredible. I love Jid's cadence. I love his flows. I love the production. It's very varied. No song sounds the same, and he's always consciously rapping about something. Sometimes on a Kendrick level, I would say. And 2007 might be one of my favorite album closers of all time.
And I think it might be Jid's best song.
I would agree.
I really do think
That's
that
a
it's up there.
fantastic song. So I'll sing the Forever Stories praises further into the bracket as well if we get the chance. I would go with the Forever Story, but I would understand.
And I listened to the Forever Story for the first time about a week ago.
Which is unreal
Yeah.
that it took that long.
Yeah, yeah. That's my bad, But this is what I expected Melt My Eyes to be. Because I think it's stylistically a lot like King of the Mischievous South in times in the way that he raps. But then lyrically and content wise, I think it's a lot richer and a lot deeper. And I
Yeah,
really
for
like
sure.
it a lot. And this is maybe the first round matchup that I had the toughest decision to make on it. But I am gonna go. I'm gonna go with 2 Star in the Dream Police by McGee.
And so now it comes up to me.
Yep.
You've heard my praises of 2 Star. Are You Looking Up is one of my favorite songs ever. DNN is one of my favorite songs ever. It does something that I haven't heard from a lot of albums, even if it does fall into that similar vein of like Dijon. It really feels unique. It feels like it's not something that anyone else is doing right now. But for the Forever Story, it's Jid's best work. It is the peak of what lyrical rap can get to while
Still being fun to listen
while
to.
being fun to listen to. Yeah. I think 2007 is a perfect closer. I wish it was on the track list originally, but I understand why it wasn't.
Why wasn't it?
Sample clearance
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, but it did get added eventually, so
Yeah.
that's fine. So many of these songs are just so good. I would listen to them before soccer games in high school to get me going. Other ones I would listen to just like wind down to and relax. Some of them you can really sleep to. And with all those positive things said about both of those albums, I'm gonna give the nod to the Forever Story by Jid here.
And I think I would have if I I don't know.
Had more time with it or had found it earlier.
No, I mean just like if I would have woken up looking to the right side of my bed today. Like it was very close. I didn't know what I was gonna pick until the words came out of my mouth. So,
Shout out to Radar. Shout out to System M. Shout out to Cody Blue 31.
Yeah.
Shout out to Money. Just shout out to Stars. Just going off the top of my head, love those songs. Yeah, incredible.
Can't Pump Me.
That's a good one.
Such a good song.
Next matchup. An interesting one. The New Abnormal by The Strokes versus Fetch the Bolt Cutters by Fiona Apple. And this is probably the matchup that I would say I have the least strong feelings about either of these
Yeah, and I
albums.
feel the same way. I don't feel particularly
I like the
strongly about
Strokes
either
album.
way.
The
Yeah,
Fiona
and I do
Apple
too.
album's cool. I like the dolphin sounds. New Abnormal I think does a little bit more for me.
Yes.
I think it's awesome that Strokes have 2 really good albums that came out 20 years apart. I think that's really cool.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the New Abnormal here pretty easily.
All right.
But-
Yeah, these are very much on a similar tier for me. But I will say that I was put on to Fiona Apple earlier than I was this album. And I think that what Fiona Apple does on Under the Table and I Want You to Love Me is far above anything that I'm hearing on the New Abnormal. And for that reason, I'm going to have to give the nod to Fetch the Bolt Cutters here.
It's up to you, Ryan. It's gonna get
I
massacred in
had
the second round.
completely the opposite opinion. This is the hardest matchup for me of the base.
I would say
bracket.
it is difficult, but I don't love either of these albums.
And this is
Like when
where
everyone goes home, I'm not gonna.
I was telling them about this. This is the album that one of these albums is the album that is I think you guys will be surprised about. I really enjoyed both of these. The New Abnormal took a little long for me to fully get it. But when it clicked, it really clicked. I don't think the Strokes are too impressive technically. I think they hit some good singing chops, but again, not
Julian Casablanca's voice is does kind of take a little bit to get used to.
And not even get used to. I don't think it's incredibly special, but I
I
think
think it's very unique.
I don't know. I didn't think it was very impressive, but it fit the songs perfectly.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying
That's
to say. But like the this album is at its best when it's just good rock basics, I guess, because it's just fundamentally just good rock.
Yeah.
At the end of the
It's-
day,
it's good rock.
cut and dry. It's just good rock. There was one song I really wanted to shout out, and it was Eternal Summer. Eternal Summer
Hmm.
was incredible to me. That individual song is like this beautiful ballad. There's so many different like passages and parts. Really enjoyed it. So New Normal, very good, very surprising. I mean, decent 8 for me. Fetch the Bolt Cutters, I'm in love with. That album is. I'm kind of struggling to find a flaw in it. Well, again, to your credit, I first listened to these albums both 2 days ago.
Yep.
So again, I haven't had time to find that many flaws. But Fetch the Bolt Cutters is just phenomenal. The way she can use this scattered production style to create these just like earworms that are in your head. Like the title track is actually like stuck in my head right now. And Shamika, that's another banger.
Shamika.
The first
yeah.
half of this album is just kind of her taking these scraps, tiny like little recordings, random like scraps of instrumentation, like bass, lots of great piano passages as well. I really like the chords used and the arpeggiated sequences in Shamika. And the second half just kind of takes that formula and then just further unravels it. Like it's much less of a song in the second half, I would say, like Newspaper onwards, I would say, and it's just kind of only focused on her lyricism. It's less catchy, other than On I Go, the last song, very catchy to me. I really like that one. And it's very lyrical in a way. Like there are a couple songs in the second half where it's like I don't get it until there's one line she says, and then I completely get it. Like shout out to her song. I wasn't really like vibing with it until the one line of like
Mm.
anyway, where she talks about being R-worded in the man's daughter's bed, and then it fully clicked. And so I'm going Fetch the Bolt Cutters. That album is just like a new level of genius to me. Really enjoyed it.
Jeez.
So I'm also going Fetch the Bolt Cutters.
Fun.
And
I
David,
do
you
love
locked the new abnormal.
Oh, easily.
Okay.
It is
so
a really good album.
I agree, but Fetch the
Again.
Bolt Cutters is going to move on here.
Hardest matchup for me.
I
Easily.
think it's for me because I have to make myself care about it.
Okay.
I just didn't.
While this next matchup isn't the hardest for me, I think it's probably the hardest for a lot of people. And that's going to be Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers versus Call Me If You Get Lost. You wanna pull out, grab it.
Okay.
Also, if you didn't notice, half of the albums we have or will talk about today are on that back wall. Set them up all nice for this. This is the only one that you own. It's the only one that you brought.
Okay. This is the only vinyl I have of the albums on this bracket. And so obviously you can tell what I'm going to go with. But shout out to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Similarly to Circles, I have sobbed to this album. Mother I Sober has never failed to bring a tear to my eye, ever. Like I've never listened to it and just been emotionally fine throughout it. And Father Time also wrecks me.
Yeah.
My only critique of this album, it kind of loses me just a little bit in the second half. I think
It is very.
I think the Big Steppers could be trimmed down a little bit to the core songs it has, because the core songs it has are fantastic. Like Anti Diaries, Mother I Sober, I shouted out, and also I do enjoy Mr. Morale, like the title track. The first half is incredible. I love the first 3-track run of
It's really
of
great.
United in Grief at 95 into Worldwide Steppers is just
That's incredible.
banger after banger. It's incredible. And yeah, no, I think there's a couple songs that I think could have been cut. The purple, I'm not crazy about Purple Hearts on the album. I think it's a good single. I don't think it really belongs on the album. Um, and I have a couple issues with the production. I I do fundamentally like the stripped back elements of it because it's much less like cinematic than Kendrick's earlier things. But there's some songs where I would appreciate it a little more. Um, an example that would be Anti Diaries. I think a little more production could have been given on that one. Anyway, to go into oh 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 beautiful. I think this is Tyler's second best for the reason, and I love Igor. It's my favorite album of all time. But Call Me If You Get Lost is just banger after banger with beautiful production. I don't think there's a missed shut up about the 42 Doug feature.
I like that song.
I know you like that song, but you keep bringing that up.
I
And
just keep on saying that it's carried by 42 Doug.
I think this album has Tyler's best rapping. I don't think the
Shall I
rapping
filter?
is quite as good as on Mr. Morale, but songs like Corso, just this energetic, and Wilshire just really show this more poetic storytelling side of him that is brought out on Hey Jane. So I'll stop yapping now,
Yeah.
but yeah, love it.
Yeah, and I'll say like this is a weird one because it's when you said it's your second favorite Tyler, I disagree with that. I don't think it's either of these artists at their best.
Yeah, I'd agree
I would
with
pick
that.
a different
That's what I said.
2020s album for both of them. I would pick Chroma and GNX.
The
over both
GNX
of
take
these.
is crazy, but
Like
And I don't really hate that either. I think
Yeah.
I would also take
It's a
Chroma.
it's a,
I'm not sure I would take GNX over Mr. Morale.
that one's
though.
closer. but,
It
like,
is
there's an
close,
argument.
but I would like handily take Chroma over Call Me If You Get Lost.
Yeah, easily.
I wouldn't be upset at that take. Chroma has some very good.
And like, so it's a weird one for me. Mr. Mel is just like better. I mean, it's Kendrick Lamar versus Tyler the Creator. I mean, like, what do you want me to say?
He's the Bach of this generation, the Mozart of this generation, the Tchaikovsky of this
Do you think
generation.
Tchaikovsky would get first rounded?
By you two? Yes.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
Probably,
honestly.
like zero doubt in my mind.
And
And
Bach though.
I'm also gonna go with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers here. It is closer for me than it is for David. I really do like both of these
You know how
albums.
close it is for me. It's not close.
I know, and I will say if we were like specifically looking at the estate sale here, it would be even closer because I do
Good
really
crop of
like
tracks.
I do really like a lot of the songs on the estate sale.
Dogtooth is my anthem.
Of course it is. Yeah, the estate sale is great, but Mr. Morale, I listened to for the first time in the car with my dad at like 5 a.m. And we had like an hour-long drive, and we played Mr. Morale for the entire thing, which is interesting because Father Time is on that track list. So that made for kind of an awkward listen. But that was such a good listening experience, and it's one of my most memorable listening experiences. I love pretty much every song on it. I disagree with your Purple Hearts take.
It's
I
a good
really
song.
love that one.
It's a good song. I don't think it belongs.
And so for me, Mr. Morale is going to move on, and that's going to be reflected in the bracket.
I'm not upset. That's a valid take. Wrong, but valid.
All right. Next, we have another one that was really, really difficult for me. And that's going to be Desire I Want to Turn Into You by Caroline Polachek and Let God Sort 'Em Out by
Now
Clicks.
this is an art pop mother.
This is an art pop mother. Like, wholeheartedly, this absolutely wipes the floor with the turning wheel.
Oh,
I mean, it is not close between Desire I Want to
because
Turn
like
Into You.
Caroline Polachek is a super talented vocalist and can do all the other stuff. And spelling is like fine at some stuff. I
She can
guess.
play instruments.
Borderline annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
The voice does get to me
Okay.
sometimes.
No.
The voice does
No,
get to me.
You cannot say that and then glaze Bob Dylan. That is the worst
Well,
worst
he-
popular singer of all
He
time.
Wait,
makes up with that with his amazing songwriting. I don't think spelling makes up
Her songwriting's
with
beautiful.
it- with everything.
The production's beautiful. Bob Dylan production is a harmonica, very mid. He makes good songs. Terrible voice, horrible voice. We'll move on.
I mean, it's not Bob
Um,
Dylan bracket.
Oh, can we do that?
Yeah, if you want to just do it yourself, yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
I would do
Okay.
it, but Blonde on Blonde would win.
Okay. Yeah, and it's, you know, I think this is, again, it's a weird matchup.
It is a weird matchup.
because like a lot of the rap albums have been against other rap albums,
Yeah,
which I think makes it like just easier to figure out what you prefer
yeah.
when it's rap albums. This one's a weird one though, and one of them is still so new. And Desire I've listened to like 2 or 3 times a year for the past 3 years, and like God Sort of Out I think I've listened to twice. So
And when you do say it's a weird matchup, it's not one that's hard for you because
no.
we know where you're going with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Caroline Polachek's voice is absurd. This album is amazing. So many of the songs are so good. I would say they're all like, I do think it lacks some cohesion. Some of the songs like don't sound like they would be on the same album, which, I mean, for me it doesn't matter a ton because like I don't think there's like a big grandiose story that's trying to be told. I think it's just trying to make good pop music, and I think it gets across.
And it does succeed in that. I also really love Desire, I Want to Turn Into You, specifically the intro track on that one. I absolutely adore Welcome to My Island. I think it's the best song on the album. A pretty clear shot, too. My problems with Desire, I Want to Turn Into You is just with consistency. I think that it has some songs that overshadow songs on the album that this is against. But others are just lowlights, lose me. And that leads me into Let God Sort 'Em Out.
And I would say the argument for that is, I think if neither album is like that great for you, I think you have to go with the Higher Peaks.
And
That's how I would.
I respect
I don't
that
know.
argument. However, Let God Sort 'Em Out is that great for me.
That's
It
insane.
is a rap album of the year contender. I understand the rap album of the decade conversation, although it's not quite there for me.
Music came out this year. Are you forgetting that?
I'm gonna ignore that and just talk more about how much I love Let God Sort 'Em Out. Masterclass of acronyms on this one.
I did like that.
Masterclass of
Blow to the
acronyms.
face.
Mike Tyson blow to the face.
EBITDA.
FICO, EBITDA. What's a POV? I mean, just like probably the best 5 acronym songs of all time
What's
are
FICO?
all on that album.
What's FICO?
I don't know because on the album it just say FICO.
He does just say FICO.
Hold on, we're gonna invent one.
Isn't it the
Second to
Federal
none.
Investigative Crimes Organization or something?
Oh, that could be real. I know EBITDA is a business term. You should know that, business major.
Yeah, seriously, business major.
I'm a basketball major. So Ryan, do you want to
You're
tell
like
us?
5'9".
Do you
How
want to
do be a
tell us
basketball
why
player?
you really like Let God Sort 'Em Out?
I like it too.
I think, hands down, so far, I'm not gonna lock it in, but it is, I think for me, easily the best rap album of the decade. I don't think there's a single miss in the track list. I used to not really like the Pharrell singing, really warmed up to it,
And I still don't like the Pharrell.
Yeah, I
singing.
still like it.
and I can understand the criticism. But the thing is,
I just don't think I like
Malice and Pusha T work off each other so well,
Do a good job.
and this chemistry is just fantastic. And every bar is a bar. That's a bar. And so I think about it.
No.
I think this album has the emotional and conscious rap highs that you would expect. Like The Birds Don't Sing is like just phenomenal. But then it's just hit after hit. Great feature after great feature. Shout out to my goat, Tyler the Creator, with the best feature on the album. Like kind of hands down. The kind of
I
feature
agree.
is pretty good though. And the Nas feature. And the Stoke he's pretty good. That's a good feature. But it's just hit after hit. And this album made me a fan of Clips, and so I went back and listened to Hell Hath No Fury. And while that album is very good, I think in a weird hot take, I prefer this album. I think the production is a little tighter. But anyways, it's just the most fun I've had listening to an album while still like being full like quality, I have to say, and committing to that.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna lock in Let God Sort 'Em Out. Ryan,
I'm going Clips. I'm going
Yeah,
Clips.
I'm going Caroline Polachek, but like, I get it. You know,
Yeah.
I get it.
And so Let God Sort 'Em Out is going to move on. And now we get into just another interesting matchup. I feel like
Mhm.
this portion of the bracket has had a lot.
Yeah.
And here we're going to get to Magic Alive by McKinley Dixon against 3D Country by Geese.
Yeah. I'll start us off. Magic Alive is cool. You know, there's some good rapping. Shout out Richmond, Virginia. Shout out the state of Virginia. I was blown away by Geese. Cameron Winters really blew me away with his like vocals and the
Yeah.
singing on that album. I liked it a lot. Magic Alive is fine. It's nothing that special or inventive, I think. Like everything that he's doing on that album, I think is done better by other people. And I'm handily going with Geese here.
Okay. Ryan,
Okay.
let's hear your thoughts here.
I can agree with you slightly on the Magic Alive take. Like, I do think it's not the best, that specific, like, I don't want to say jazz rap, but it is this jazz rap art.
It's absolutely
Art.
jazz rap. Like,
yeah,
it's
like
absolutely fine
it's
to call it
very
that.
into that. I do think some artists have done it slightly better,
Yeah.
but that it's still like such high quality of that. I can't even deny it. And like the rapping is honestly just stellar. I love the vocals. I love the message in every song. He's putting his whole like heart and soul into this one, and you can just feel the energy he has, which is really infectious. So while I would probably go Magic Alive, I do really like 3D Country, and I do really like Geese. I think Geese. I really hope they're a big name, but
And I honestly
think-
think they will be.
Yeah.
I think they have the potential, and I would love. I'm gonna be tuned in to the rest of what they're doing.
With that
Really
said,
enjoyed
yeah,
3D.
this
with
Friday.
that said, this Friday, Getting Killed.
Yes,
It
I
will be
forgot.
shipped
Oh
to my
God.
doorstep at my house that I'm not even at. I'm so excited for Getting Killed. Taxes is, I'm going to say, it's my song
That's
of
a
the
good
year.
one.
It's my song of the year.
It's like if Radiohead was happy.
Yeah, and I love that comp that you give. But
And
yeah,
I'd say Cameron Winters is probably a better vocalist than Tom York.
And-
We're not
Stop,
getting
stop,
into
stop,
it.
stop, stop.
Well, that's,
um,
I don't even know if that
Geese is like right up there with me for Black Country New Road. In fact, currently now, Geese is my favorite band after Isaac Wood's departure from Black Country New Road. But
Just don't
So like
listen.
in a power ranking sense, Geese is ahead.
Geese just moved
You're
up
saying as
recently.
soon as two women started singing, that's when you liked the band less. Okay.
Um,
He's
I-
not denying.
I really love 3D Country. I think Cowboy Nudes.
Been a while, man.
I think Cowboy Nudes is one of my favorite songs ever. I really love the intro track. I See Myself, great song. But then we get into Magic Alive. And it's definitely jazz rap, as you mentioned. But you said that you think jazz rap is done better by other artists.
Yeah.
And this is probably my hottest take of the video. I think that McKinley Dixon is the best jazz rap artist of all time and a top 5 rapper of all time, hands down, no contest. McKinley Dixon is doing something that I've never seen before, and I know that's a hot take. But the thing with Magic Alive is it's not my favorite album from McKinley Dixon. I think that his 2023 album, which is on the wall, Beloved Paradise Jazz, is my favorite album of all time. So therefore, my favorite rap album of all time as well. It's so good. McKinley Dixon is, I mean, really just one of my favorite artists ever. And for that reason, I'm going to have to move Magic Alive on. And I know that was a lot of hot takes at once.
Do you know why I like Magic Alive more than Beloved Paradise Jazz?
Why do you like? Is it
The album cover's better. I
Album
really,
cover's better,
really
yeah.
don't like this album cover. I'm not
okay?
gonna lie.
I love
Yeah,
the
I
Beloved
don't
Paradise Jazz album cover.
I don't know. It looks like something that like you'd see in like a middle school.
Yeah,
class. I don't know. Like,
Like,
the style. I don't.
My
think
my
it's
seventh
great.
grade girlfriend could draw that.
Yeah.
Are you saying that your
Your
girlfriend is in
girlfriend's in
7th
seventh
grade?
grade?
What? No, no.
Your seventh
When I
grade
was
girl-
in 7th grade.
Whoa.
Holy cow! dude.
breaking news.
Ryan Lordrop.
No.
That's my year
I-
education,
Oh.
man.
No. I dated this one
Even
person who
before.
was very into art in
Before they were in
7th grade.
education.
Yes, before.
You want the kids before they're even being educated.
Cut this out.
Oh
Cut this. I hope you keep it in because they're
Okay.
Mm.
So that's gonna make Magic Alive move on to the next
Wait.
round.
Really?
Yeah, I voted
You
Magic
voted for
Alive. Yes.
Oh, what the hell?
Magic Alive moves on.
They're both really
Okay,
good. I
okay.
said this if you paid attention. But
That was
I'm happy to have a next matchup where we don't have to think about it too much. That's gonna be Brat by Charlie XCX against Javelin.
Yeah, Brat's awesome, and Javelin is like fine. Goodbye Evergreen's a good song, and like,
Hold on.
I get the
Goodbye Evergreen is a
significance.
beautiful song
It's-
and one of my favorite
it's-
songs of the decade.
Sufjan Stevens is always somebody that I feel like, you know, like I should like more than I do.
I
Because
get
some
it.
people speak so highly of him, and I think he's doing good, but like, I don't know, he doesn't really do it to me the same way that like a Mount Yui does it or something like the microphones. I don't know.
Yeah, and I understand. Did you have any thoughts on Javelin before we talk about the clear winner of this
Yeah.
matchup? No thoughts on Javelin.
nothing that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it, but I love Brad. Brad is Brad.
Yeah, I mean, Brat is.
Let's move it on and not talk about it right now because I think the next matchup is more contentious.
I
This is
think
gonna be the
that's fair.
first time all three of us agree.
I think that's
Is it
fair.
Because
really?
you went genre sad boy. It's on record. This is the
On
first
record,
time we have
genre
all
sad.
three agreed on
That's
something.
awesome.
That's awesome. We're gonna send Brat, and yeah, we'll just talk about Brat later.
This next one's contentious.
This is tough. I'm just gonna
Okay,
go
yeah.
get
You're
something
not
to
gonna talk
drink.
about
I'm just gonna
anything?
go get something to drink really quick.
Okay,
I'm gonna
talk
take
about
And you
it.
two are gonna. I'll
I'm gonna
introduce it. I'll
take the more
introduce it.
comfortable chair for a second.
This matchup is Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain against Sinner Get Ready by Lingua Ignota. Did I get that correct?
I never put an accent to it, but yeah.
Uh,
Lingua ignota.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's
it's
start-
nice to be next to you, baby.
Okay. How about this? I'll start talking about Lingua. You talk about preachers, and then we'll switch. Okay. Lingua
I'd
Ignota.
rather talk about the lingua.
You will, but like,
Okay.
I just want to talk about it first. I want to get my thoughts out.
Okay,
there.
that's fair.
It's a weird ass album. I mean, it's so freaky and creepy and scary, and I think it's an album that's not meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to invoke emotion.
I would agree. Yes.
And I think because of that, it's uncomfortable and at times hard to listen to.
Very, very.
And that's my take.
It's a good take.
Yeah.
The Ethel Cain, I feel like that came out this decade. Caligula by Lingua Ignota came out, I want to say 2018 or 2019. And I feel like it's similar to Sinner Get Ready.
Yeah.
And so I think Ethel Cain, she took a lot of inspiration from Lingua Ignota, which I think I definitely see it. Preacher's Daughter, I think, is definitely, it does live up to the hype. I think it's definitely very good. Some points, I would even say great. I went into the album with a couple. It wasn't what I expected. It was more upbeat.
Well, because your first Ethel Cain album that you heard was
Perverts.
And I
for
think
context,
that's a weird.
I really
like,
enjoyed Perverts.
yeah,
It
and
was,
that's it's just an interesting entry into Ethel Cain. I think.
yeah. So I was expecting Perverts. It's not like Perverts almost at all. It's a lot more. I don't want to say poppy in the traditional sense, but like
I mean,
compared to the
compared
lingua.
yeah, and
It
Perverts,
is
popular,
quite
yeah.
poppy. I think it's pretty catchy. She's very good at creating an ambience and establishing a world.
Yeah.
The
The world building on this album. I think,
world building is
insane.
really good. I compare this to the lingua mostly because they're compared in the bracket. I wish Ethel Cain dove further into the Perverts era / Lingua Ignota in just being unsettling, creepy,
Yeah.
and not trying to cater to having the songs played, to be enjoyed.
I think
I-
I
yeah.
think there's one. I think American Teenager is like the one song where I see that
Yeah.
criticism.
The second half of the album lives up to that a little bit more for me.
It's weird.
I need to revisit it a little bit more, but I have a lot of respect for this album above all else. But the Lingua is one of the only two albums to ever like genuinely this is gonna sound corny, but like give me a panic attack low key,
Yeah.
because it's just so
And that's kind of how I feel about
yes.
Perverts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just this overwhelming wave of just despair
Yeah.
and pain and like betrayal.
Yeah.
And again, you said it, it's not meant to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
She made it to grieve her abusive relationship with the main singer of Daughters.
Yeah.
And you know, more power to her, because what she created was this incredible timepiece of her emotions.
Yeah.
So a lot of respect for the Ethel, but I would go the Lingwick Noda.
They're both good. It is, I think, fitting that they're against each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with Preacher's Daughter.
Okay. I will sit in the middle for this,
Oh,
actually,
let's
because
go.
I'm the tiebreaker.
Of course.
And this is difficult for me. I listened to both of these albums and I was unsettled. I had never listened to.
Do you think it was all the moke that you were drinking?
It was all the moke that I was drinking before.
Yeah.
So I had never listened to either of these artists before this year. My intro to Ethel Cain was Willoughby Tucker, and really liked it. Thought it was pretty good, borderline great. Preacher's Daughter, I somehow didn't like as much, and I know that people tend to enjoy Preacher's Daughter more, but it did just leave me kind of uncomfortable. And it was an album that I can appreciate without liking.
I think that's kind of both of these albums
Yes,
in a way.
I don't really like Preacher's Daughter, but I definitely respect it. I think the storytelling, great. I think the world building, great. I think for me, where it falls is musically. And I think that's a similar critique that I have to Sinner Get Ready.
No.
Not because the music
That's
isn't
crazy.
impressive, but because I don't enjoy it.
Oh, jeez.
And so it's a really tough matchup for me to choose between, because I think they're both all right. And I'm gonna give it to Preacher's Daughter. So Preacher's Daughter is going to move on. I'm sorry,
Makes me sad.
but it had to be one of them. And it's gonna be Preacher's Daughter that moves on.
Okay.
All right.
Shout out to I bend the tall grass. It's a banger. Not a banger, but it's emotional.
And now we have one more first round matchup. And one of these albums is one of the two that we chose to be on here.
Yeah.
We chose genre Sad Boy as a joke, although I do wholeheartedly like it more than Ants from Up There.
I would totally agree.
And then we chose May It Never...
Compared to MGK.
And then we chose May It Never Falter by Glaive,
Which we did not pick as a joke. I'd like to
correct,
say.
because
we picked it because
we really like this album.
and you had already listened to it, so it was one less that you had to listen to.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that is going to be against Imaginal Disc by Magdalena Bay.
I'd like to kick this over to Ryan and have him talk about this, because this was your first experience with it. We had both heard it and already loved it
Yeah.
before this. This was your first time listening to it.
Starting with the Glaive, very strange listen. Very inventive, I would say. Very creative. And I it makes me interested for what he's gonna do in
Hey,
the future.
4 days,
And I-
new album.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What gets your first listen? Getting Killed by Geese or Y'all by Glaive?
I'll get it killed.
I
But
think
I'll
agree.
definitely give the Glaive a listen. Moving on, Imaginal Disc
We should listen to all those.
is in a similar vein to Lahai for me, in just like kind of style. But okay, dude. Look, Magdalena Bay, right?
Yep.
Her voice is incredibly used.
Mika.
Production wise,
Mika.
Mika's it's Matt and Mika, and Mika's the girl.
You could just restart
so
it.
who's Magdalena Bay?
It's just
That's
a
just a
name.
group name.
Oh, Mika's voice, beautiful. I think it perfectly complements the production. The production, similarly, I have like similar vibes to Lahai. It's very airy. It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's very good pop.
Her voice is really cool.
It's
yeah.
so
And
cool.
I think it kind of gets lost in this album because of like everything else is really good about it too. But it's so unique and so different. And
I
I think
really feel
like the effects that they do on it, I think is really cool. Like it's cool.
Mika is just what like this is like spelling executed better. Is how it
I did
feels.
Okay.
listen to the
Going
spelling, I
Glaive.
did
Never
think
mind.
That's not
I'm
gonna
voting the
change
Glaive.
I
No.
just really
Well,
feel like this.
The Imaginal Disc is incredible. Her voice is incredible. In a modern climate where I'm not crazy about pop music, this is a breath of fresh air. And shout outs to That's My Floor, I really liked. Love is Everywhere. Really used, and not the Yachty instrumental because I know they made it,
Yeah.
but the same instrumental, honestly, a little bit better. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Every song could be a favorite. Genuinely, very glad I listened to it, and that's it.
Would we say that's the best album cover on this bracket? I love that one.
I think it has a. I'm trying to look at some of the ones behind us.
I like
think
Punisher. a
Scaring
lot,
the
too.
Hose?
That's what I was
Scaring
thinking.
the Hose
I
is
think
cool.
the real competition in terms of album
The Imaginal
covers.
Disc is up there, though. Very.
I do think I'd hand it to Scaring the Hose.
Punishers, I think, is just a really cool photo too.
It
I like
is
the colors
cool.
on
It
a
is
lot.
cool. What other good
It
album
reminds
covers?
me of a J Rock album.
I love
yeah,
this
it
cover.
feels like a cool piece of like.
It's the album that wins on. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Win,
We have to give some Nurture respect here for the
Oh,
album
Nurture's
cover
beautiful,
because the
yeah.
album cover is also very good on that.
Um,
But
May Never Falter has a cool one too. I like
it
that
does,
photo.
and we love May It Never Falter.
We do.
Um,
It's so good.
I've been on to Glaive since 2021,
Which
I
is
think.
too early to be a Glaive fan
Or
because he wasn't
2020.
putting out.
He was,
amazing
but
music
Cypress
back
Grove was. I
Yeah,
think
Cypress Grove.
there was some pretty great music on that.
then.
But for me, it has to be Imaginal Disc. It's an album that I got onto a little bit later. I wasn't really big on it until the beginning of this year, as opposed to last year. Imaginal Disc is great, and it's nearly flawless.
Yeah, I think it's
Really
very,
good.
very good.
Real good.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
with the Imaginal Disc.
I'm also going with Imaginal
This
Disc.
is very close to me. Like we're not talking about the Glaive album that much, but like Imaginal Disc.
It just deserved a shout out. It
Yeah.
deserved to be on the bracket
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And so Imaginal Disc is going to move on, and with that, the first round is complete.
Okay, but that's gonna be the longest round because now we've talked about all these.
Exactly.
It's easier.
And
It's
now
gonna be
we
quicker.
are very far into this bracket. Like we have done a lot of talking.
Mind if I take a quick bathroom break?
And go ahead, take a bathroom break.
I don't feel angry anymore.
This is good. We're doing.
I liked our conversation
That was
about
good,
the
that's
Apple.
good.
It was
Getting better.
respectful. I'll be back very quickly.
Okay. Ryan.
Okay, round two.
Round two. Start us off. What's our first matchup?
Ants from Up There by Black Country New Road and Circles by Mac Miller. This is a very. I don't know. It's not that easy for me. I like both these albums probably pretty equally, actually.
While these albums are very different in just a music sense, I feel like in tone, they have a lot in common.
It's fair.
And I really like both of these.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm definitely the lowest on Ants out of us three.
yeah.
But like Circles is like, it's fine. It is really good. I don't feel that strongly about this one. I don't think it's gonna matter how I vote.
So, what is your vote?
Probably Circles. I like Mac
Okay.
Miller.
Okay. Understandable.
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I've already gotten into my feelings about both these albums. It's honestly not very close. I love both of them, but it's probably Ants from Up There almost
Yeah.
undisputably. I think it wins in instrumentation, production, lyricism, singing. Yeah, Mac Miller does sing on Circles,
Yeah.
and I think it does kind of blow Circles out of the water. But I love Circles a lot.
And also, as someone who enjoys Circles, Ants from Up There, again, like I said, it's tied for my favorite album of all time. I love Ants from Up There, and so it's going to move on for us.
Next matchup. Scaring the Hose by JPEG Mafia and Danny
Oh.
Brown versus the new sound.
This is incredibly
This is
difficult.
really
This is
hard.
cinema. This is very easy for me.
This
I
is
must
really
say.
hard.
So why
Even
don't you
though-
get your
okay.
take out of the way?
I came around to the new sound a little bit. I still don't think it's as crazy as, I mean, it is crazy, but as like great as some people think it is. Scaring the Hills is awesome and fun to listen to, and I like Danny Brown and I like Jeffrey Leffield, and I'm gonna go with it super easily. Don't even have to think about it.
Okay. Ryan, where are you at on this? These are two albums that you've liked as of fairly recent.
Think through it. Talk through it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
let's just get where are you
I-
at?
I already gave my thoughts on both. Again, my reasoning. I think both of these albums easily deserve the right to exist. I think they're both very inventive in the genres that they are. Oh no!
Which one are you sending home, Ryan?
Don't say that.
So I think this will be a little bit easier if I say that my answer. I can't do it either.
Oh
Make a
God!
decision. Jeez.
Oh, dude.
It's like
Wait.
dating a bisexual person.
It can go either way.
What's your favorite song on the Jordy Creep album?
Oh, Holy Holy's up there.
Okay.
Okay.
Really enjoy Holy.
My top two are
The
Holy
last song is
Holy,
really good.
Holy Holy, and The Magician are my two favorites.
Stop scaring the house. Play that shit. Haven't touched the top. We don't want to get no shit.
You know what? That was all I needed to hear. Your beautiful serenade made me decide
Aw.
that I'm gonna choose the new. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding. I'm gonna
God.
choose Scaring the Hose.
Hey, and Ryan doesn't have to make a
It
decision.
doesn't matter, but I
There
think
you go.
I would agree for the second time. We all agree.
Wow.
Look at
Um,
this.
Okay, look at
Slightly
us go.
edging it
Look at
out.
us go.
I
Purely
think-
because of Danny Brown. Purely because of Danny Brown.
I think
Danny
with
has.
more time, I could grow to prefer the new sound. But
Yeah.
for now, Scaring the Hose is my preferred of the two, and that's
That's a
tough.
tough one.
That is really tough.
sad. That might
Ooh.
actually. I take it back. That's the toughest one for me.
Yeah,
Of the-
Yeah,
Well,
I
so
mean-
far we'll probably get to a tougher one.
Yeah, we may very well get to a tougher one, and you know
We've
now
just gotten to one.
this next
no,
matchup,
this is easy.
Vanisher Horizon Scraper against Nurture. I think this is another one where Ryan's gonna have to go last.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the tiebreaker.
Because
Yeah.
I am
I'm gonna make-
I am
I'm
easily
Sorry, David.
Okay,
I
no,
am-
I don't even. I'm not, I can't convince you. I can convince you.
okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna say what I think. These albums, we have two tens in front of us right now. Vanisher Horizon Scraper and Nurture by Porter Robinson. I think Vanisher Horizon Scraper is Quedeca's best work.
I would say Nurture is Porter Robinson's best work.
I would agree.
And I also agree. I think that Foregone is better than anything on Nurture. I think that Godstained and Monday are better than anything on Nurture.
You think God's
You-
Thing by
you're spitting
Quadeca
facts.
is better than
Hey,
Get You
hey,
Wish by
Hold on,
Don't
Quadeca?
hold
let
on,
him- don't
hold
let
on,
him
hold
speak
on.
the
I
devil's
think
language.
Thunder is better than anything on Nurture.
I would put the Great Bacchanal over Thunder.
I think At a Time Like This
Okay.
is better than anything on Nurture. And all of those, I will say, with the exclusion of one song that you just played a second of, Get Your Wish.
Okay, I would say my counter argument to that. Would we be friends if Nurture didn't exist?
Oh, he's pulling that one out.
We would be friends if Nurture didn't
think?
exist, but I will say this show wouldn't exist.
Would we be roommates if Nurture didn't exist? I don't know.
I don't think I would be a music fan
Yeah.
if it weren't for Quedeca.
Really.
And for that reason,
I don't think I would be as big of a music fan as
scoot over a little bit.
So much for Nurture.
But
feel
I-
so
I-
small with
I
the camera
do,
angle.
I do have to go. Well, because you're the little tiebreaker.
You know,
I'm gonna go
stand
with
back.
Vanisher, and I don't think I can be convinced against it.
Yeah, I'm easily going with Nurture. I'm going with you.
I feel really
Let's put
bad.
AJ on it.
I feel bad for you, David, because this is a fucked up way for your favorite album of all time to go. Oh, you already know what I'm voting. Vanisher.
Okay.
Okay. And that's fine. Vanisher is going to move on. And now we have. This is an interesting matchup because these artists have worked together And that's going to be
Yes.
Lahai by Sampha against Sometimes I Might Be Introvert by Little Sims.
And Little Sims is on the deluxe of this.
Yeah.
Of Simba.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is easy. I'm going Simbi. I mean, it's so much better. It's not even close.
Okay, and for me here, I'm also going to go Simbi. I do think it's pretty close, but I just absolutely adore Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. Ryan, where do you stand?
This isn't that close for me. I'm going Simbi.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah,
look at us.
good deal.
Look
So
at
we
us.
all agree again.
Look at us.
And Simbi's moving on. And I will say, when we first made this bracket, I didn't think Simbi would go as far as it has. I
Really?
really
Well,
didn't
'cause
think you would like Simbi
You
so
guys
much.
first rounded the best album of the decade,
Oh,
but
next round.
Yeah, we are on to the next round. And this one it's not a contest for me.
Yeah.
This is going to be The Forever Story by Jid against Fetch the Bolt
Yeah.
Cutters by Fiona Apple.
Easily Jed. I mean, Fetch the Bolt Cutters it's cool. I like the dolphin noises. I'll keep on saying it. I like the dolphin noises. But
I'll never, like, when I was listening to
It
I Want
does.
You to Love
It
Me.
hits you.
And
What-
you were just standing in the background while I was listening to that, and you just started laughing.
yeah.
Because you're like, what is that sound? I was like, oh, this is Fiona
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah, dolphin noises.
It's really good, but it's just
Yeah.
it's against The Forever Story.
Yeah, first was cool.
it doesn't matter what I say.
It
But
doesn't.
this is really tough for me.
Yeah, I mean, so where's your thought process out here?
Doesn't really matter.
It
But I'm
doesn't really
interested
matter.
to hear it.
It doesn't really matter, but this could flip on a dime.
Yeah.
It
And
could-
that's so
it could
interesting
flip
for an
on a
album
dime.
you just listened to.
I
Yeah.
fell in love with it. I don't think the Forever Story is perfect, and I
Yeah.
don't think I have enough time with Vegetable Cutters to say that I think it's perfect to me. Oh God, this is really tough. It doesn't matter, but I would go Fetch the Bolt Cutters by
Okay.
the smallest
I
margin.
know.
And understandable. And I think that's a totally valid take. But The Forever Story is going to move on, and then we're going to get into our
I'm really
next.
not mad about that
Ooh.
though.
This is going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers against Let God Sort 'Em Out by
Yeah.
Clips.
Let out to them out, kind of projecting a little bit. It's just going a bunch. It's that's one that didn't go against the rap album in the first one. Never mind. Okay, my point is Roots. But it
Okay.
goes against the rap album here, which I think is,
A more
better
fitting. This is a more fitting
Yeah.
matchup
than
than
Caroline Polachek.
Polachek was, which I totally agree with.
This is a weird one for me, because Mr. Morale, I do think it kind of has some of the similar issues to what you say. Like, it does kind of lose me in like the second half. Like God Sort 'Em Out, I'd say is just like, it's so good. It really is very good.
Mm.
Pharrell being on it,
And it's not the production that's the problem from him.
yeah.
He is-
For me, I think the only
Yeah.
weak point is the vocals.
He has better production on the Clips than on the Kendrick. He produces Mr. Morale on the Kendrick and a couple others.
Yeah. I think this is Mr. Morale for me. I think like the top my favorite 3 songs off of Mr. Morale are better than most of the stuff off of.
That's not a terrible take, to be honest.
I think that's fair.
And I think they
That's a
both
fair
kind of
take.
have some blood issues.
I couldn't disagree on that.
Where do you stand on this, Ryan?
This isn't very close to me. You already know my thoughts.
Yeah.
Mr. Morale, shout out to it. It is. I feel like it's a lot better than I'm leading on to say. It's up there, maybe a light 9, very strong. But let God Sort 'Em Out. The only category that Mr. Morale has over it for me is the emotion.
Ooh,
Yeah.
album cover.
Not even close.
I don't
Not
want-
even close. I love the cover of Let God Sort 'Em Out. I really like it.
It really grew on me. I like the colors of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Let God Sort 'Em Out. It's more consistent, it's more hits, and it does have that conscious lyrical rap that you want, I guess. And genuinely, I have every single song in a playlist. It's one of those albums where
No, it just actually does that for you. They'll put
Okay.
all the songs. in the
Okay,
same
bud.
place.
Okay, but it's one of the albums where I will listen to it doing anything. It's just that much of just kind of a bop, and it's one of them. I mean this in the best way possible. If I really wanted to, I can just put it on shuffle because everything is just that good.
I agree.
Okay.
So it's down to me.
Down to you.
One
Kendrick
of these
Lamar.
albums has made me cry.
That's fair.
And that
Eclipse has not made me
and the
cry.
album that's made me cry is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Father Time gets me. I have vivid memories walking into some store the day it came out and hearing N95. The day it came out
Wow.
and just being like, this is and I swear it was like PacSun too. I didn't expect to hear it.
Yeah.
And it was Mr. Morale it's so good.
Yeah.
It's seriously so good.
It really is.
I it's better than Damn for me. It's slightly better than GNX for me.
Completely.
And I have very few criticisms of it. With that said, I'm gonna move on. Let God sort him out
Okay.
You made the right
because
decision.
it is bangers
bangers after
after
banger.
bangers. I mean,
Yeah. That's a tough
I think one lyric justifies my choice. Yellow diamonds look like pee-pee.
Yellow diamonds look like PP.
And that's gonna take us into our next matchup.
Yeah.
And thankfully, this isn't even one that I personally have to think about.
Yeah. No.
We're getting into Brat by Charlie XCX against Magic Alive by McKinley Dixon.
Brat easily.
Brad.
Brat.
Okay.
And-
Let's just not talk about Brat until it's in like a close match.
That's fine. Yeah, Brat just moves on again. I mean,
Kinda
pretty
by
easy
default.
bracket for Brat so far.
A Mickey Mouse run.
I mean, really.
Well,
And this next matchup, the final of the second round, is Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain against Imaginal Disc by Magdalena Bay.
I know Imaginal Disc is gonna go through, and like whatever. This is so close for me. Imaginal Disc is so good. Preacher's Daughter, I think, is just on a different level in terms of lyricism and world building and storytelling. Like I like it a lot more.
Okay, and that's understandable.
But
Brian?
Imaginal Disc is awesome.
I would pretty easily go Imaginal Disc.
Okay.
For all the reasons I said
Yeah.
before, but much respect to Ethel for that.
And I
out.
also extend respect to Ethel. And probably about the same margin that you choose it over the Ethel Cain album, I'm gonna choose it over the Ethel Cain album. And so Imaginal Disc is gonna move on for us.
Okay, round 3. This is where it gets tough.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to the very end where we have
Yeah.
tough decisions to make.
At this point, I'd say we all like all of the albums that are left.
I think everything that's left, we at least enjoy it.
Mm.
Yes.
Is there no nurtures out? So
Nope.
yeah.
Yeah, we at least enjoy
I'm sorry,
everything
I'm
that's
sorry.
left.
It's like you're digging up its grave, shooting it again.
Here we have Ants from Up There against Scaring the Hose,
Yeah.
and this is tough. It's really tough.
Stop scaring the house.
You can't get me with it that
Eat your
time.
ass like I'm cannabis.
Yeah, I'm going scaring the hose easily here.
If you're on your period, call me Moses, because I'm about to split that Red Sea.
Yeah. I mean, production, it's awesome. JPEG's awesome.
And I agree. I mean, interestingly enough,
Yeah,
that was
right
not
next to each
intentional,
other,
but
yeah,
they're
right
right next to
next
each other on the wall. So, I mean,
Yeah.
look at that.
you know, and you're probably as easily going Ants.
And
right?
probably by a similar amount, I'm going to go Ants from Up There.
Mr.
This
Kramer.
isn't as close to me. I will be going ants
Wow.
All
okay,
right.
Okay.
because phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, like, the more I talk about Ants, the more I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I love it
It's-
so
It's
much.
phenomenal.
All right.
Ooh, that's an
Now a very interesting matchup
Oh,
that I didn't really think about
Wait,
prior to
that's
this.
Kind of crazy.
We have Vanisher Horizon Scraper by Kodeka against Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. Nah. Oh, they are next
They're
to each
close,
other.
they're
They
close.
are next to
Yeah,
each
they're
other,
close.
kind of, on the wall.
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So this is good.
I like this matchup.
I'm just gonna get out of the way because my opinion is very clear
Yeah,
on this.
it's
And
fair.
and don't get me wrong, Simbi is like super good. But I don't think it's her best album. And I think that
Area.
Vanisher is, and I actually disagree. I think it's no thank you. But Vanisher is Kodeka's best album for me. I do think it's perfect. I don't like every song on Simbi. And so for that reason, I'm gonna go Vanisher.
Yeah, I don't like all the songs on either of these albums. I think the It's pretty close for me, actually. You got any thoughts, Ryan?
I have a pick.
Yeah.
Should I give it after yours?
I think I'm gonna go with Simbi. It's close. Both of these albums are in like the same range. I don't feel that strong. Yeah, I do feel strongly that Simbi's better.
My take is slightly Vanisher for the reason
Wow.
because listening to Vanisher for the first time was like a pure cacophony of like, what am I hearing? This is like phenomenal.
Especially on Casper.
True. And Simbi, while it's like complete 100% quality throughout, didn't give me that same like, this is something I've never heard before feeling, which I do value. I mean, not every album needs that, but
For
Simbi
sure.
to me is just it's just really good rap. It's very good rap, and it could win this, and I wouldn't lose sleep over it. But yeah, it would probably be Vanisher, almost strictly alone for the production.
Yeah,
If
and
Vanisher-
understandable.
If Vanisher was a no lyrics album, it would still probably win for me just
Yeah.
barely. It would be much closer though.
Yeah.
And so Vanisher is going to move on. And now we
Oh.
really have a rap on
Oh.
rap matchup. The
Juice is a
Forever
good
Story
one.
by Jid against Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips. Wow. What a matchup we have here. Ryan, you're probably the one here that has to think about it the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going close.
I love the Jit.
I know.
Whenever I criticize this,
And if
don't
it's
get me
gotten
wrong.
this far, all these albums are good.
Don't get me wrong. Let God Sort 'Em Out is rap album, maybe album of the decade for me. No fingers crossed. But
Would you say the century so far? 2001?
the century? No. No.
Okay. I mean, valid
Igor,
question. at least.
Igor.
I'm not sure I count Igor.
We're saying of the century.
In terms of rap,
Did you say that Igor's a rap album?
that's what I was saying.
Oh,
Because
I was
I-
saying like
You're saying any album.
I'm saying
Okay.
like God Sort 'Em Out is probably album of the decade for me so far.
Wow. Okay.
It's just
I thought we were talking rap. That opens it up into a whole other.
it also doesn't clear every rap album. Hot take, I would put College Dropout over it, and T-Pad, and Good Kid, but you know that's all like basic white kid takes.
Yeah, that's whatever.
It's just again, just hit after hit. I've never gotten bored of a single line, single thing on this album. And the Forever Story, some songs I might skip depending on a listen, but they're all quality. But yeah, for that reason, I'm going the
I would
Clips.
say I feel similar to the Clips the way that you felt about the Simbi. It's like
Interesting.
it's a lot of good rapping going on, and I think the Boobs Don't Sing is the song that's like the exception to this take. But I feel like a lot of it is like, you know, you can get from like some other places, and that's.
I see it.
And again, Forever Story really good. I think I'm gonna go JID.
Yeah, you're gonna go with Jid on this one.
Jidster, yeah.
All right, and so it's down to me. Two albums that I absolutely love. I truly love both of these, and I'm sad to see one of them go. Yellow Diamonds Look Like Pee-Pee. Give me Let God Sort 'Em Out by.
Let's go! I
You
really
didn't
thought you would
expect
pick
that,
Jid.
did you?
No.
Yeah, give me Let God Sort 'Em Out.
Okay.
I feel, in fact, I feel decently convinced with that take that I prefer that album.
Ooh, this is an interesting
This is
one.
very interesting. Brat versus Imaginal
This
Disc.
is one that we have to talk about, Brat.
Oh.
We do have to finally talk about Brat.
I think Brat. This is my hot take of the video. I think it's the best produced album on this bracket. Alexander Kyde Cook, I think, is one of the best producers out there.
Not even
I
Nurture
love him so
for
much.
you.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think that's a hot take.
I think that's pretty spicy.
I don't think that's a hot take
Comparing
at all.
to Turning Wheel, comparing to Let God Sort 'Em Out, comparing to
I think the only one that's really close for me is
Comparing to
Vanisher.
Vanisher.
I think Vanisher's the
comparing
only
to
one that's
Answer
close
Up
for me.
There, no,
Not production wise. Like
that's what he just said.
I'm saying, like answering up there, it's not the production
That's
that I
true.
go
It's
for.
in a
It's the
different way.
instrumentation that I go for.
Yeah.
But the way it's produced, it's also clear.
And I think,
Oh,
like, it's used as an instrument in this album, but like as a producer, and I mean this with all the love in the world, you do have to do some extra work to cover for Charlie XCX's voice.
It's true, and I feel like this should just be a collab album.
Yeah.
I almost wish it was
Mhm.
just listed as a collab album because I wish
Freedom.
A.G. Cook got more respect.
And Britpop that came out last year is amazing. And it's a lot of instrumental tracks, and for some people, it kind of puts them off.
Yeah, I mean, I only like Britpop on it.
Britpop, Lucifer is awesome.
Brit-
That has
Brit-
Charlie
Brit-
XCX on it.
Brit- Brit-
Have you heard that
like
song?
Britpop,
Lucifer
Brit-
on that album?
Brit-
It has
Brit-
Charlie XCX.
Brit- like
And he does some
Britpop.
singing on the album, which I think is cool. And he knows how to use his voice pretty well. I like that album. But we're not talking about Britpop right now. We're talking about Brat.
It's true. We're talking about Brat.
And it's awesome. You got the party hits, you got the more deeper songs.
Yeah. So, what are your favorite songs on Brat?
So
now that we're
I'd say
finally-
So I, Mean Girls, and 365.
Okay. My top ones are Mean Girls, 360,
Ooh, and Club Classic.
So
Dutch.
and I think about it all the time. I think are my tops. You said Von Dutch.
Von Dutch, B2B. I love B2B.
Really? I
That
was
song is
thinking
just
about it.
phenomenal.
That might be like one of my least favorites on the
You
album.
pissed me off. And 365.
Okay. And interestingly enough, like B2B is one of my less preferred ones,
Yeah.
along with Von
Danceable.
Dutch.
Really?
And-
Oh, I
oh,
love Von Dutch.
and-
Von Dutch is
And
so
keep in mind, I think Brat is a 10. Also, along with Sympathy as a Knife.
That's at least favorite.
We can
now,
finish-
hold on. I think that Sympathy as a Knife is an amazing song.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is
It's
like,
the one I go back to the least.
yeah, back to back. I'm saying like it's my least favorite on the album, and it would be like my favorite if it was on any of these other.
Right, that,
albums.
yeah.
It's like
Like-
the most dance pop of all of the dance pop songs in the dance pop album.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
love it.
That's totally fair. But now we actually have to get into our decision. I want to give more flowers to Imaginal Disc because it's so
Which
good.
one of these do I like?
It's so good.
Okay.
For me, I have to go Brat. My answer is Brat, and I'm locking it in right now. I mean, it's on the wall. I've had 2 Brat summers in a row. I'm probably gonna have like 3
Okay.
more.
Should I factor in the remix album at all?
And you prefer the remix album, right?
Yeah, but like I also
Which
know
is
that like
which is kind of crazy to me.
well like it's tough because like I mean the core of those songs of what makes those songs so good is like the actual song that's on the actual album.
Mhm.
And I think that just like all the super talented people that did the features kind of just adds on to that.
Hmm.
And it has a Blade feature. so.
Okay.
That's how it's featured.
This is closer to Blade. No. It's so close. Like that's the stuff that happens. Okay, album cover, Imaginal Disc, better. And like that's like, oh, it's cool and funny and all. Imaginal
I
Disc is
don't know if I
Piece.
agree.
Okay, yeah.
Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
I don't know if I agree.
Let
Let us know in the comments which album cover do you
do
prefer,
I have to make a
Imaginal Disc or
decision now?
Brat?
What are you gonna go with? Don't make me make a decision, niggas.
I'm sorry, but I'm going Brat. It's
Oh no,
just-
that's good because then I don't have to make a decision.
It's just
yeah.
it's kind of my thing with the like. I don't think it is a 10. I don't think either are a 10, but they're damn
I'm gonna go
close.
Imaginal Disc just so it goes out with a vote.
It's just,
Okay,
it's
and
it's
that's
just hit
fair.
after hit. And I do want to say I don't think Charlie's a bad singer. I think it's
I don't
more
think
of
she's
a,
a bad
no.
I don't. I
singer.
think it's more of a stylistic choice.
It
But like,
definitely is.
let's
It definitely
compare Charlie as a singer to Mika
That's fair.
as a singer.
Yeah.
Then yes,
It's
but
not even
she,
close.
She does get a lot.
In fact, on this alone, I mean, Ethel Kane is a better singer.
I'd say
Cameron
Cameron
Winter is a
Spelling.
better. Caroline
Spelling.
Polachek.
Spelling.
Fiona Apple.
Pharrell.
Fiona Apple. Jordy
Spelling.
Green. McGee.
Jid on Cody Blue 31.
That's fine. Yeah, Little Sims.
Sampha.
Spelling.
Yeah.
Phoebe Bridgers.
Spelling.
Porter Robinson, you know.
Spelling.
That's an interesting.
Quadeca.
No.
Underscores.
I didn't know.
Yeah, not Quadeca.
Danny Brown singing, you
Shut the
know.
fuck up. Okay. I mean, shut the Falk up. Sorry.
I said Quid as well. All right. So
MGK.
Brat, MGK, Trippy.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into.
Brat's gonna move on,
Okay.
and we have
We're in the
4
semis.
albums remaining. Wow.
Kind of hate that one of these is gonna be the final.
This is really tough.
I don't know.
This is really tough, and
Good.
this is by far the hardest matchup for me so far.
Nerdcore is pretty easy for me.
Ants from Up There against Vanisher.
It's ants.
Okay,
It's
and I think you lean the same way. Is that what's easy?
No, I want to hear your opinion first.
Vanisher is a more personal album to me because I've been a fan of Quedeca for so long, and so it's hard for me to pick against it. I think my favorite songs on Vanisher I like more than my favorite songs on Ants from Up There, but I think that Ants from Up There is a more consistent album. But I do think the highs on Vanisher are way higher. I think production absolutely blows everything on this list out of the water. Out of the water. I hate that I have to make this decision, and I want to hear Ryan. Ryan, I want to hear yours before.
You just don't want to make a decision.
You know, I haven't said personal stories about many of these albums, but Ants has a personal story. The first time I listened to this album, I was driving, and I told Logan this. I wasn't understanding the hype of it. I loved it, but I wasn't understanding the full hype until the place where he inserted the blade.
Yeah.
And that song, I had to pull over and just listen to it because I felt like a danger on the road because, my vision was all blurry for some reason. And it was, few songs have stopped me dead in my tracks like that. And then I listened to that whole album on a campout, actually.
And I would say between these two albums, I'd say that's easily the best song
I would agree.
between these
Pretty
two.
easily.
I
And
think
it's
I think
not
it's
even
easily the
a
best written song.
conversation.
I think it's easily the best written song.
Yeah.
And I do want to give a nod to the fact that Ants from Up There is by far the better written album.
Oh.
It's lyrically.
But that's kind of what makes the Quedeca album so good, is because even without crazy songwriting, it still conveys so much storytelling.
It's true.
Fair.
I'm just gonna send it.
Sandy. Anyway,
Are we-
all that to say I'm going Ants.
Are we cool with all agreeing on this one?
Ants.
This is the first time we've all agreed on Ants.
Let's
Yeah.
send the Ants on to the
It's a
final.
choice, and now it's in the final. Okay.
Hey, man.
All right, and it was the 1 seed.
On
was the-
record, we have you saying Genre Sad Boy over Vanisher.
Yeah, true. Fine. Yeah. The transit.
Oh no!
Okay, next one. Like God's One versus Brad.
The Battle of the Fantano Tens.
Seriously,
Oh,
the battle.
can I just say there's 2 other Fantano Tens that got first rounded by these
Lingua and spelling.
people? Yes, and I want to call them names, but I won't. I'll be nice.
I'm sorry. Like
I'm
I
sorry
sort
about
them out
I'm not sorry about
versus Brat.
I'm sorry.
I personally don't have to think about this.
This is Brad so easily.
This is Brat
So
very easily for me as well.
We can't let.
And I love
No,
Clips, but
no,
you
no,
really think that Clips is you think Let God Sort 'Em Out
100%.
is better than Brat?
And I've sung Brad's praises 100%. I don't think there's a category that Brat beats it that's not genre specific. Like you could say Brat's a better danceable album.
Yeah, it's just more
But
fun
I
to listen
think
to.
in every comparable capacity, like God to sort 'em out, kind of just stomps.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from, but for me, it's just Brat.
They're 2 different, very good flavors.
And
Like
do you
God
think
sort 'em out just
Let
happens
God
to be
Sort 'Em
honey
Out
mustard
kind
to
of had
Brad's
a Mickey
ketchup.
Mouse. It kind of had a Mickey Mouse path.
Brat?
No, Let God Sort 'Em Out.
Oh,
Because it was against other rap albums. And
yeah. I mean,
like
Mickey Mouse.
I do think Let God Sort 'Em Out deserves where it's at.
yeah,
I think it deserves #1 almost handily.
And unfortunately,
The only
it's
thing that
the
that
album.
would kind of stop it in its tracks for me is the spelling,
which
or
got first.
or Fetch the Bolt Cutters. I would still go like God Sort 'Em Out, but that's a consideration. Fetch the Bolt Cutters.
All right, Brat moves on,
Yeah.
and we have a final.
Ooh. Are these both? No. Ants came out in like 2021 or 2.
Ants is 2023.
It is
Brat
cool.
is 2024.
Okay, so not. Okay. This is so
Oh,
easy for me.
and up there, Call Me got first rounded again.
Yeah.
Very
sure.
sad.
Okay, so I think this is pretty easy for both of you, right?
This is Black easily.
Okay,
This is Ants easily.
And these are
Ooh,
two tens for
really?
me.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no.
And I think Brett is quite up there. That's a decent to strong 9.
Is Ants a 10 for you?
I guess I shouldn't say easily. I gave it thought. I would technically, on record, I would give them the same exact Fantano score.
Like
Actually, no.
strong-
Brad a
strong
decent to strong 9, and Ants from up there a decent to strong 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
nine? Didn't you say this?
Like he was saying a decent to strong 9 or a decent to strong 9.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
So okay, it's not easy, but Mark's theme
Really?
itself blows it out. Yeah, I'm a
Apple?
music. I'm not crazy about Apple. Well, okay,
Apple.
I love this
TikTok
song, but it's not the
time.
That's
best
not
one.
fair.
on
The
there.
TikTok song aspect of that ruined it for me.
Ants
Oh,
from up
nice.
there. Look, I'm a music major. It does music major shit. The opening is in 7/8. Like it scratches an itch in my brain. It's crazy. I love that album. It is a modern classic,
I'd say Brad is as well.
I said
and that would be a good take. I would agree with that actually.
I've said that Ants from Up There is tied for my favorite album of all time. And it's tied with 2 albums. One of those is Beloved Paradise Jazz,
The other one's Vanisher?
and the other one's Brat.
Yeah.
And so
That's so good though.
I don't know how to make a decision here because these are genuinely
I think
my
so.
2
It's
favorite
so
albums
good.
of all time.
The intro on that album is so cool.
That is 7/8.
It's so cool.
And
Sorry.
Just
oh,
I'm so white.
Both British, right? Isn't Isaac Woods British?
well, the whole band is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so a bunch of Brits. A British person has made the best album of the 2020s, according to us.
That. Don't say us.
I'm like borderline ripping all of my hair out over this.
You got a lot of hair, too.
Okay.
Okay, my last thing. I'd say Brat is like more diverse in terms of like you have songs like Club Classics and you have songs like
I think
I
about
think
it all
about
the
it all
time,
the
and so
time,
I.
and so I.
I would say Ants
agree.
is more diverse in genre. And it's
Not in genre. He was saying in.
In content.
I could agree with the mood, but I think in instrumentation and genre, Ants is more varied.
This one's so close to me. Ants is really good. The intro is so cool. I like that. So much. Is that a saxophone?
Yeah, it's Lewis.
Is that alto or
Lewis?
baritone?
Incredible.
I would say alto.
Okay, I've thought about this
What
long and
wins the
hard.
bracket?
The winner of the best albums of the 2020s between Brat and Ants from Up There. It's gonna go to Ants from Up There
Yeah,
by
I
Black
figured.
Country
I
New
figured.
Road.
And the 1 seed wins. Wow. Why even watch the video?
The album on the thumbnail.
And again, we have
So
you on
really,
record
genre
saying
sad
genre
boy.
sad boy for you.
I
is
could have
the
voted
best
Genre
record.
Sad Boy, and then Brat would have won. Damn it. dude.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't have voted for it if you like. I only did it as a joke.
On record, you think it's the best album of the decade.
Yeah.
The almost eye to eye best album of the decade. It's Ants from
I would
Up
also
There.
say none of us actually think this is the best album of the decade.
Except maybe him.
I would say it's Nurture. You would say
I would say it's the clips.
the clip.
And I would say it's Beloved Paradise Jazz, which
Yeah.
didn't even make the bracket. So a really interesting time here. I'm gonna wait for a second for David to get back in frame so we can say bye to you guys. I want to extend the greatest amount of gratitude for our pre-music ed major Ryan for coming on the
You
show.
don't gotta say
This
pre
took
before it.
such
every
a
Given
long
his-
time.
Given his
Holy
correct
crap.
music opinions,
Objectively correct, yeah.
this took us like 2 hours to film.
We started
When did we start?
So late.
at like 9:05.
And it's 11:30. Thank you guys for watching. We're almost eye to eye. If you made it this far and you're not subbed, you need to rethink your life.
For real.
I mean,
If you watch this video all the way through, you gotta have better stuff to do.
like, what are you doing? Get a
You
job.
say that, but
Get
then
it.
we're the ones here sitting here making it.
The 3 white guys picked Andrew up there. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Thank you guys for watching. I love you.
Remember, comment and I'll debate you. I'm objectively right.
Yeah.
Love y'all.